Ladies and gentlemen, what is in a name? What is in a name? This is a question I want us to address this morning. Shakespeare asserts that a rose by a different name would smell just as sweet. Kimani Ichung'wah came out yesterday, and the way he talked about the name cousins, there is a problem in the government. This name, cousins, vile watu wanasalimiana, hi cousin, and maybe we can take a moment and greet one another, maybe by mentioning the name. I can start by saying, hi cousin Joroge, hi cousin Mary, hi cousin Grace, and so on and so forth. These are part of the people we normally interact with. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are two names that are giving the government a nightmare: cousins and mashemeji. And these names are being used by the opposition, specifically Rigathi Gachagua. And this name, cousin especially, is something that is annoying the government. It is working for the opposition very, very well. Very, very well. Mostly, this name is used to unite Kenyans. All Kenyans are cousins. That is the truth of the matter. Kikuyus are cousins to the Teso. The Teso are cousins to the Maasai. Kalenjins are cousins to anybody. So it is just a name that is used to show how close the name or how close Kenyan tribes are. In fact, even the Bagada and the Manyoro in Uganda are our cousins. Even the Nyamwezi, the Chaga, the Yao, and so on and so forth in Tanzania are our brothers. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to show this clip of Kimani Ichung'wah because it is going to give us the direction I want us to take in this video, because it is worth discussing because of a number of reasons. Watch the video here.
Anafika anasema hai, mulisikia nyai cousin, ati hai cousin. Ukifika Ukambani nyai cousin.
In communication, non-verbal cues are more strong. They give strong meaning than words. That is the truth of the matter. If you look at the body language of Kimani Ichung'wah, we can read the following about the government of William Samoei Ruto. When Kimani Ichung'wah is talking, we need to take very close attention because it tells us the thinking in the government, the thinking in William Samoei Ruto. When Oscar Sudi is talking, we are able to know the thinking of William Samoei Ruto. Just like Junet Muhammad, when he's talking, Akina Opiyo Wandayi, when they are talking, we are able to read the minds of Raila Amolo Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember Kimani Ichung'wah, there was a time he was telling Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, sorry for that, he was telling Ruto to shed off the snake that was in his hand. Remember that time. There's also a time that he talked about a black man with a very dark heart, referring to Rigathi Gachagua. This is significant, politically speaking. So what can we read here? And I want to concentrate specifically on the body language. Number one, if you look at Kimani Ichung'wah, there is a lot of frustrations. These frustrations is in government. The government of William Samoei Ruto is frustrated by the opposition. It is frustrated because Kenyans are uniting against William Samoei Ruto, and they are talking about one term. The frustration is there. And wherever this term is being used, hi cousins, you see, people are actually uniting against the government, and they are very, very happy. So that frustration in government is real, looking at the body language of Kimani Ichung'wah. Number two, we can be able to read anger and bitterness. If you listen to the tone, look at the way he's moving his body. Look at the way he's moving his mouth. Look at his upper part of the body. It tells a lot, because anger is something that we can be able to read. So we can be able to say in a nutshell that the government is very, very angry. Angry because of Gen Z, and angry because of the opposition, and angry because of Kenyans. If you remember, William Samoei Ruto, there was a time he was referring to Kenyans in a very derogatory way, and people would ask what is the wrong with the president, and people would ask about the unpresidential language. So the government and the president actually is very, very angry. Number 3, there is hatred here, ladies and gentlemen. And I've never understood why Kimani Ichung'wah hates Rigathi Gachagua. I have never understood the reason why. And if you look at the way he is mimicking Raila Amolo Odinga, in fact, I don't know why he's using a Baba's voice. Hata unaweza fikiri ni Raila anaongea, anamwiga. So this is very funny. Again, we can also say that the opposition is giving the government a nightmare. There is a nightmare. Statehouse is not sleeping, if you ask me, because of what is happening in the country. Like now, the issue about Saba. I think the government is banning the midnight oil, wondering whether it will be there or not. And if it's going to be there, how are they going to handle it? I saw a group of Kenyans in UK mobilizing the way they are going to demonstrate peacefully in UK High Commission. This is interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because you can see the kind of nightmare, the kind of frustration I'm talking about. Then, if you look at Kimani Ichung'wah, he looks like he's wailing. He is weeping. Weep not, child. It is Ngugi wa Thiong'o who wrote that novel. So we can only tell the government, weep not the government. Msilie. Kilio ni chanile. Because actually he's lamenting. These are lamentations. So when you look at it, they are crying, and he wants Kenyans to sympathize with him. He wants Kenyans to actually come and bail him. But what do we tell them? They should work and give Kenyans results. If they do that, Kenyans have no problem. In fact, Kenyans have no issue. A time is coming in Kenya when people not be bothered who is the president, but what are you doing? Because when you look at William Samoei Ruto, the issue is not the president himself. The issue is what he has not done. The issue is what he promised Kenyans. The issue is actually taxes, education, and so on and so forth. There is also heat here. The kitchen is very hot. Very, very hot. Extremely hot. Because if you look at Kimani Ichung'wah, he look like somebody who is under siege. If you look at unajua jikoni kuna wakati mwingine joto linawaka, kuna kuwa hakukaliki kwa sababu ya lile joto ambalo linakuwa pale. And when you look at Kimani Ichung'wah, you ask yourself many questions. And if the government is frustrated like this, how are they going to deliver? Is there any hope, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, I think the government is showing us that it is very, very much frustrated. The government is showing us that it is helpless, by the way. And when you cry, I don't know what you expect Kenyans to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. Till next time, this is Gashi Skyman. Bye-bye.